My fingers aren't as nimble as they should be. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. I've got some stuff to show you. I rewatched my last Flosstube update to remember where we left off, and things are still not good. They're far from good, but they're better than they were a couple of weeks ago, and that makes me feel better. I've been able to stitch a little. And remember the dahlia? I'm going to finish this. I commented in an earlier video that there was going to be a time when I wanted to stitch big petals of one color. I did not expect a car accident and minor concussion to be that point in time, but this is 11 count. The stitches are marked. They're like all in one color, and for the past few days, this project has been my best friend. I am really happy with it because I can make a little bit of progress and I can see a little bit of progress, and I'm a lot slower than I would like to be. Then the big question becomes, what am I going to do with it? I keep it in an 11-inch Q snap, so I have lost track of how huge this thing is. I started it because it was a Hobby Lobby clearance kit, because I wanted to try a new technique. Didn't give a second thought to what I was going to do with a ginormous pink dahlia. It's pretty. I like it. I don't want it on my wall because I have other projects that I would much rather have on my wall. I don't want to make a pillow. I don't want to make a bag. And we all know it's going to go in my under the bed box with most of my other big finish projects. But part of me insists on having some kind of a vague, maybe future plan. So if you know what that might be, leave a comment. And yesterday, for the first time in a month, I tried counting cross stitch. This is not normal for me. I was going to start the blueberry salt box, but the piece of fabric I had in the bag wasn't big enough. Blueberry salt box is about 20 stitches bigger than some of the other salt boxes. So I started this one. Again, I'm blurring my pattern with my project bag. It is a salt box, and this is a pin cushion. That's a spool. That's scissors in a spool. It is just stinking cute. And the name of this is Edna Viola's salt box. I did this, and I only had to pick out a little. And I think that doing a tinier, easier salt box was probably what I didn't realize I needed right now. I want my fingers to be nimble. They're not. I am thinking that at some point in the future, when I finish the dahlia, I would like to go back to memory lane. I was having challenges with memory lane before because the fabric it's kind of a coarse weave, and where I exactly want to stick my needle to get the stitch where I want it is not always where the needle will go between the threads. So I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to see if it works. I have another Needle Arts no count kit that I got at Hobby Lobby clearance this year, so I may start on that. Fingers crossed that things will go really well and I'll be back to European Bistro and some of my other big stuff. But it's not bad to have a backup plan, right? I finished the shawl. This is the biggest my fingers are not nimble. 20 years of muscle memory kind of down the tubes. And this is the one where I was alternating 2 rows each of the solid and the variegated, and then ran out of solid and used just the variegated for the hem. I don't really think you can see the difference, but this is only like 5 or 6 rows too. So it's done. I'm happy with it. I pulled a Rubbermaid tub out and found lots of acrylic that I don't remember ever having seen before. Price tags give it away. It's Hobby Lobby clearance. So this is going to be the next shawl. I've got 2 skeins of it, and it is 252 yards, so it'll make a smaller shawl, but it'll make a shawl. Smaller shawls may be good as slow as I am going. I'm sorry if this sounds all whiny and melodramatic, but I haven't had a car in a month and I hurt and I am just very cranky. I want to go on a quest for a toothbrush, and I don't think anybody wants to go with me. I have called in favors to have someone help me with my grocery shopping, and my daughter's taken me to the doctor, and my son's taken me to the laundromat, and I run around with my husband on his day off. But I don't think that anybody wants to go to all the discount stores looking for an old-fashioned toothbrush so I can make an Amish toothbrush rug. And we'll be honest, I don't have the energy to drag out the fabric I would need to cut it in strips so I could start an Amish toothbrush rug. But I really want to go toothbrush hunting. I got a review copy of rag rugs. I love rag rugs. And this one captured my imagination. It turns out I've got one of these in my kitchen. And I just always assumed that it was crocheted because I knew it wasn't braided. It had to be something. So I'm going to add this to my long list of things I'm going to do when I feel better. And in the meantime, I'm going to cast on another shawl. I'm going to work some more on the dahlia and see what other kits I can pull out that might be easy. There's got to be something, right? I mean, hopefully I can keep going on my little salt box house and get better at counting again. I can count. It's the not nimble fingers that are driving me nuts. And like I said, I think it's probably something to do with the pain further up in my shoulders on my back, but I don't like it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me whine. Hopefully I'll be even better in another couple weeks. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle.